one thing that I want to talk about with this, and I think you showcase this more beautifully than any other researcher, professor, explorer that I've come across, is the your happiness and willingness to just go out there. Um, I think about the serpent and the rainbow. When you just decided to travel to South America, to travel to the Amazon and to start exploring. And I'd love to hear from your perspective. There are so many people today in the 21st century who have such imposter syndrome and who are so scared of starting something new or trying a new idea. And you just grab life by the horns and inspire
Well,
others to
I
do.
think the famous quote from Teddy Roosevelt, where he talks about he'd rather be in the arena, bloodied and darkened and muddied and failing, than to be in the stands simply observing and critiquing the failure of someone in the arena. And it's a wonderful story. And you know, I I think I've gotten where I am by never looking over my shoulder. And unfortunately, for many people, that's the only direction they know. Every single thing I've ever done has come with a caveat, whether it's a new book or a new adventure or a new project, where somebody says, "Well, this is quite a radical departure for Wade Davis," and no one seems to get the pattern that everything is new. I mean, I think that's a really important lesson for young people, is to remember that at the end of the day, not only do you have to kind of cultivate your own inner compass so that you own the decisions in life. We have this horrible idea that life is linear, that you go from A to B to C to D, and you'll never get to the rest of the alphabet if you skip a couple of letters. And we all know that life is in fact made of these serendipitous moments when you have to make a choice, a fork in the road, as Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss, as he wrote. But the critical thing about that is not that you will always be right in your decision, but if you own those decisions, there will be no reason for bitterness in old age. Old age, comes to all of us, and those who manage to maintain their sense of sort of equilibrium and happiness and joy and creativity, are those who can look back on a life in which they have been the architect of that life. And that's the greatest creative challenge in a life. And bitterness invariably comes to those who look back on a life of decisions imposed upon them from peers or from the society or from ghosts of the past or whatever. And this is why I say to young people, the most important thing is to recognize that pessimism is an indulgence, despair is an insult to the imagination, orthodoxy is the enemy of invention. You have to do what needs to be done, and only then ask whether it was possible or permissible. And above all, be patient and give your destiny time to find you.